Hi, everyone, and welcome. I am Jessica Valentine Nelson, the founder of Wise Woman Co., a collective for modern working women. I am so honored to be with you today, virtually or through video or audio. Wherever this message finds you, I hope that it finds you well. What you'll need today for the summer ceremony are a few of your favorite supplies, whether that is a pen or a journal, your device, or even a hot cup of tea, or in the morning, coffee or matcha, whatever it is, go ahead and grab it now, and we will settle in and prepare for our summer ceremony. Giving you background. Summer ceremony started when I became a 200-hour and then 300-hour yoga and meditation teacher. And these are ceremonies and rituals that allow us to prepare not only for the equinox and the shift into a new season, but for the ability to pause and go inward to our heart center, and also leveraging our mind and how we want to approach the season ahead. I am someone who works full-time in corporate America, and I have had a variety of roles in organizational strategy, change management, and professional training. Outside of work, I have supported many people in studios, whether that is through yoga or Pilates, or speaking at a variety of conferences and events to a global audience. So I am so honored to be here today and to get to share this wisdom with you. I was inspired to start the Working Women's Collective, Wise Woman Co., after my grandfather's passing and in the heart of the pandemic. It was something that I needed to connect with a virtual community outside of work. It has now turned into an in-person community, and I offer free resources, mentorship sessions, working one-on-one or in a series of sessions, as well as in creating materials for you to thrive wherever you are. Let's get into the summer ceremony. So now that you have your supplies, we will allow ourselves just to pause and to stretch and to let whatever we've done before this or whatever we'll do after this go. And so I want you, if you can, and you're in a safe, still place, to simply take a big breath in through the nose, pause at the top, and exhale through the mouth. Belly to spine, pause at the bottom. And now can you take a deep breath in, but a little quieter one that's deep and full and wide. And then a soft exhale as you gently hug the belly towards the center of the body. Just going to do this 3 more times. If you'd like, feel free to place a hand on the heart, on the belly, or down on the thighs for grounding. Just give a moment to allow the thoughts, the emotions, and everything else to just settle. Go ahead and bring your hands on your chest or in prayer, Anjali Mudra, Heart Center. And just focus all the energy that you can, your awareness, your attention towards your heart space to reconnect to your love, your passion, your purpose, and your collective why for being here today. Noting whatever has called you. You can simply show up exactly as you are to the places of you that feel shiny and bright and expansive, or the places in you that feel a little dull or stuck or stagnant. May this time be an opportunity to really find the center of ourselves and even of a place of neutrality, so we can leave here feeling just a little bit lighter and brighter and grounded in who we are. Take a deep breath in and a gentle, audible breath out. Bow your head to your lifted heart, surrendering to the path ahead of you. into this process. Okay. I want you to set yourself up in a comfortable place, get in a comfortable position. We're going to start with a writing exercise. I find that this really helps get the flood of ideas and emotions and stuff out. So we'll start with a prompt. In this session, I'll guide you through a series of prompts. We have then in the middle a guided meditation. We're going to move into how to set an intention for the summer 3 months ahead in a process that I call Vision and Vibe. And then we'll move into the tactical, what are your plans? What are your intentions and goals for the summer, for June through September? And here we go. Okay, so the first prompt is, what do you want to cleanse? What do you want to let go of physically, energetically, people, etc.? Go ahead and pause this and begin writing. And as an example to share, something that I am ready to cleanse is anything and anyone who does not support or does not fully align with the next chapter or vision in my life. Recently, I transitioned into marriage and I aspire to transition into motherhood. And I am finding that whether it is family or friends or colleagues or peers, it's really a time for me to let go and release anyone who's not contributing to my chosen future. And recently that has come up in friendships or in some professional relationships where I felt unsupported or that I didn't fully agree with someone's intention or actions. And instead of making the other person wrong and creating this mental saga in my head, or even leaning into gossip, whether that's being a witness or a participant to it, I'm simply setting it down, letting it go, letting them go, and really being there for myself and my husband and my future with the people and all the things that actually matter. So that is my cleanse. Now we're moving on to create. Once you purge, once you get what you don't want out, we really want to focus on what you do want to build, right? Because when you release that extra space, either that's mental energy or emotional energy, you can create space for more. Especially if you are in a season where you're healing from burnout or a big integrating from a big expansion, it's really critical that you allow yourself to release as much as you need to in order to create or co-create as much as your heart desires. So cleansing, putting what I just shared aside. What do I want to create? I want to create meaningful friendships. And of course, I am writing and navigating this at the same time. Meaningful friendships, mainly with married couples or couples in a new location that my husband and I live. I'm also creating more learning and leadership opportunities. And I'm doing so for myself through different people and programs and perspectives in the workplace, as well as within my creative work that I do with Wise Woman and the various platforms that I have. And I really want to create more conversations like this, where I am teaching to a community online, teaching more in person, and sharing the concepts and the curriculum that I have built and developed and practiced for the last several years. It has been absolutely beautiful to embrace a secondary profession as a yoga, meditation, and Pilates instructor. I never guessed that I would bring those practices into the workplace and also focus on corporate wellness and employee engagement. What I find though in my own journey is that when my life ebbs and flows, sometimes so does my practices that keep me anchored. And it is up to me to take radical responsibility I want to repeat that again just so it hits you to take radical responsibility for your own experience, for your experience at work, for your experience at home, for your experience in the relationship to yourself. If you can begin to take accountability and radical responsibility for your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, you will begin to shift your subconscious mind, as well as begin to shift and lead from a place that has you feeling whole, leading from your wisdom and not from your wounds. This is such an art and a practice. It is natural and human to get triggered and feel reactive. And instead of making that wrong, I want to invite you to lean into your own truth through your own lived experience and allow yourself to really get present and really get clear in the moment. And sometimes in life, we go through phases where we are unclear of who we are, of what we want, of what inspires us. And I noticed in my own journey recently, after a period of not taking action, it was only 2 months truly that I put my coaching and consulting and community aside to say, okay, what do I want this to be? And how can this serve others and serve myself in the immediate future? And as I begin to figure out what makes sense for me now, I want to encourage you from the cleanse and creation process, what's going to work for you this summer. And this summer may require something unique for you. You may have different elements or different commitments or even responsibilities coming up. But I want to encourage you to pause and allow yourself to have the ceremony that you're having right now to really step into your personal power, your personal sense of radical responsibility, and your ability to design and live a life that feels good and true for you now. So let's get into the guided meditation, shall we? I'm going to sip a little bit extra tea. For those of you who are new to meditation, it is a practice. It does not get easier whether you've practiced for many years or if you're practicing for the first time. And guess what? Even if you are an experienced meditation practitioner, you're practicing for the first time in this moment now. So let's go ahead and create a seat. I am in my office chair, my meditation cushion that I occasionally rarely use. It is next to me. My dog, I think, uses it more than me because I meditate in other places now. But hands down on the thighs, you're going to just create a seat where your spine is stacked. You're following your natural curve. If you'd like, you can start with some seated cat-cows. Inhale, lifting your chest, lifting your chin, opening your throat. Exhale, curling your upper back, dropping your chin, rounding your upper back, hugging in your spine. Do that twice more. Big breath in to lengthen, lift as your tail feels rooted. Exhale, round and curl as your tail and bottom of your feet get even heavier. Do two more. Breath in, breath out. Allow your head and neck to wiggle. Really create any other space in the spine. And then find your center. You're able to look down at the ground or your desk, safely, of course, and focus your eyes on one point. You're also welcome to gently close the eyes and send the awareness, your energy down to your heart center, or barely peek at the bottom of your nose. Just take a moment to notice your natural breath, welcoming yourself to this experience, reminding yourself that you're in a safe place to explore. In my home outside of Austin, I can hear rain dripping down on the roof, watering my garden. So wherever you are, just take a moment to notice Any sounds in your area? From this noticing, begin to notice the rise and fall of your breath, hearing what's on the periphery, and simply going inward. Through this guided meditation experience, you will continue to breathe on your own, natural and free, allowing yourself to just settle the body by anchoring into stillness. Feet grounded on the earth, thighs, hips, back relaxed, lifting your chest, open, ready, willing. And allow yourself to simply drift a little deeper into this state of stillness. Be here for just a few more moments. And if you're moving into a place of resistance, simply acknowledge it. And can you begin to soften around it and just allow yourself to breathe free, deep, and wide. Settle in. And now, as you continue to breathe and simply anchor to stillness, I want to invite you to allow the mind to wander. And we're going to have a collective guided meditation, and then we will move directly into writing. And for the summer of this year, from now to the next 90 days in 2024, that is June 20th through September 22nd, 2024. By the end of September, throughout the entire summer, I want you to continue to breathe and listen to your heart's response. By end of September, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel in your everyday life, at home, with your family, chosen or blood related? How do you want to feel in your body? Who do you want to spend summer with? Who would bring you the most joy to connect with in person or virtually? And if there was a word for this summer, an energy, a vibe, a vision, what version of you are you ready to step into? What level of wise woman do you want to cultivate? And from a place of childlike wonder, allow yourself to visualize, who is she? The inner wise woman within you. Understanding what she wants and what are her desires in this season. Really get a sense of the word, the vibration, the energy. And who is she in silence or in solitude? Who is she when no one else is around and she's journaling or writing or embracing slow moments to herself? She looks herself in the mirror at the end of the day. Who is she? And now, what is she? What are you? From a place of wisdom and heart center, what are you achieving by the end of September? What is that burning sensation that has been in your heart space? Whether that is a project, a professional pivot, an elevated experience. What are you evolving into within your chosen career? And what does your heart desire to achieve? Take a moment just to breathe and be in that energy. And how does she show up for herself and for others? What's one thing that she no longer allows in her space? She is ready to release and to cleanse. And see her as if she is putting all of these things into a box or into a suitcase. Simply packing it away. And I'm visualizing that case, that package, that suitcase just being released away. Now, as you continue to breathe deep, allow the mind to wonder what else would allow your summer to be filled with a sense of purpose and passion and play. And slowly, when you're ready, start taking a few deep breaths to simply explore. Bring your hands to heart center. If you'd like, interlock the thumbs, splay the fingers wide, Garuda Mudra, Eagle Mudra. Of your chest up into your palms as your shoulders glide back. We'll seal our practice with a collective breath in and an exhale out as you bow your head to your lifted heart. Slowly wrap your arms around yourself, give yourself a squeeze. And when you're ready, release your hands down to your thighs, your lap, and give some gentle squeezes, some loving touch. And go ahead and grab your pen. And you'll just take a moment to write anything that came up for you. Feel free to pause this in the summer ceremony and return whenever you're ready. So now, going back to your summer intention of how you want to feel. What's the word? What's the vibration? What are you stepping into? For me, I'm looking at my whiteboard because one would. I am stepping into feeling sexy and vibrant and light. My colors for the summer are aqua blue and fiery red. So I'm loving this like fire and flow play. That's really hitting for me. And then now I want you to write your personal intentions, your intuitive action, anything personally that came up for you when I asked, what is your wise woman achieving by the end of September? Now that we've got the being, the feeling, the intention out, how and what are you achieving? Create some personal goals. And then I want you to move into professional goals. This is anything that applies to responsibility, work that you get paid to do, work that you love to do. Begin to unpack what is there for you. So go ahead and take time now to write your personal and professional intentions for the summer. And allow the energy of the summer to allow yourself to explore, to have adventures, to learn, etc. Go ahead and write now and pause this recording. Whenever you're ready, join back. And last but not least, now that you have those personal and professional goals, let's break them down just a little bit. So I want you, because summer is end of June, since it starts on tomorrow on the 20th, or today on the 20th, whenever you're listening to this, end of June, personal and professional goals. End of July, personal and professional goals. August and September. So feel free on your blank sheet of paper to just write out June, July, August, and September. And I want you to create a being goal and intention for each month. And I want you to create an action for each month. So how you want to feel and something you want to do. This is where we begin to cringe a little bit on the inside, especially if you align to being a woman who loves to be in her divine feminine. With this divine masculine sense of structure of who you're being and what you're achieving allows you to be in that fire, focus, and flow. So I'll give you an example. By the end of June, which is 11 days for me right now, something I am being clear and organized. Clear in communication, organized in my work products and delivery. And guess what? My closet, she's getting cleaned out because she is overdue. So that's my being, as well as what's my intended outcome or intuitive outcome, purging my closet. So now let me look at when I'm going to do that. I can do that on this Friday evening or Saturday. Once you establish that goal, you want to work into what's going to get in the way of that. I could have other plans. I could be tired. I could not feel like it. So setting aside intentional time. I could also do this on Sunday to have a purge and a cleanse to help me feel lighter and brighter. That is the move. That's my June. For July, I am being joyful and expressed. It is my birthday month that I happen to share with my now husband and partner. Joyful and expressed is the being. That I love it. I love it. And something that I'm doing is creating within Wise Woman what the vision is for the next horizon, which looks like bringing back the podcast. So I'm delivering up at the mic. I'm scheduling time with guests. I'm gonna record more sessions like I'm promising. And then I'm going to, in August, release those in a series called Origin, which speaks to the origin of how I've gotten started, what I've learned along the way through the Wisdom Within podcast. And lastly, something else that I am doing in July as one of my professional goals is getting things organized for the retreat in Ojai. And that is going to be in October. So Ojai, California is my favorite places on earth. It is beautiful. There are amazing facilitators in line for this experience outside of myself. And there's also great attendees who are also lining up for this experience. So I want to keep it to be a small group. I believe we have 4 or 5 spots left with those who've said that they've intended on being there. That is going to be October 17th through the 20th. It happens to be Ojai Day that weekend. If you want an intentional, let's get on our vision, our vibe, our yoga movement, just a weekend to reset and also explore and play and learn some of these concepts of Wise Woman Come, that'll totally be available for you. Let's see, what else do I have? From an offering perspective, I am now offering single mentorship sessions or a series of mentorship sessions. I'm shifting a lot of what goes on behind the scenes in Wise Woman Co., whether that is my process to really be in pr in and available as products for you. I have had a service-based business where I work one-on-one with people or in small groups for the past 4+ years, and I realized that my time capacity is more condensed in this season. And so look forward to more tools and practices, opportunities to practice with me, opportunities to learn different tools and apply tools. I have lots of good work to do to expand my own heart space and build out the learning library of Wise Woman Co. and also expand on a corporate avenue of this called Kiore, which means heart center, to focus on heart-centered leaders in the workplace, because I believe a lot of people are heartbroken and don't know what to do or where to go. They're not necessarily getting filled up by their current jobs or careers or environments, and they either have the opportunity to make a difference where they are, or they have an opportunity to pivot into something greater within that organization or beyond. So that's what Kiore is, and it's coming. And I hope to have other facilitators and coaches in that group program and methodology too. With that, I want to wish you the best summer of your dreams and the one that is fully inspiring for you. I love making vision boards, mood boards. That's fun for me in some seasons, and other seasons it's not my vibe. Right now I'm stepping very much into Italian goddess vibe, wearing aprons, cooking wholesome meals in my kitchen, gardening, trying to avoid this deadly animal called a black widow spider, several that actually live in my garden now, and avoiding the black widows, but to step into my Italian goddess in this marital bliss, which is also work and wisdom and really just settling and shifting into who I am now and where I'm going. So that concludes our summer ceremony. I want you to consider one thing you're grateful for and also one takeaway from the experience. And if you schedule time, here's the bonus, to look at this list and say, okay, this is what I want to achieve by when, and feel a little stuck, or you start feeling a little sorry for yourself and you need a hype girl and also a certified coach and professional, I'm happy to support you in single sessions. I offer sliding scale because this is not my full-time job and it's something that I love to do, that I'm excellent at, and something that I really enjoy seeing my clients and community grow and get results. So if you need support one-on-one or a single in a series session, let me know. If you are an avid Jessica Valentine, new last name, Nelson cheerleader, thank you. I am going to turn this into a YouTube video, a podcast, maybe even a worksheet if I'm feeling fancy. And if you need any support, just reach out. And if you want to say hi, let me know what you think. I would deeply appreciate it. We'll close with having our hands at heart center, doing a quick rub of the palms, rubbing them fast, and then bring your fingertips to your hairline, hands over your eyes. Just hover. Take a deep breath in, feel this new vision. And a big breath out, palms up, heart open. May you have such a blessed summer. Lots of love from me to you.